Now, it is very common for lower level and intermediate skiers to struggle with firm and icy snow conditions. And you or somebody else in your group may absolutely dread coming across them. Does anybody spring to mind? The trouble is that they are very common in ski areas, and icy patches can be unavoidable obstacles any time of the season.
Fortunately, good basic ski technique will allow you to safely navigate icy conditions with control.
Furthermore, with some decent equipment and a strong mindset, you'll learn to embrace and even enjoy these conditions. So here are my 5 top tips for intermediate skiers to deal with firm snow and icy conditions.
Firstly, before picking up any speed, make sure you're confident with your side slipping and use this to feel how hard the snow is. Make sure you can control your speed by edging your skis together, whilst maintaining balance and control over your downhill ski. If your weight is on your downhill ski and you lose an edge, you can recover with your uphill leg. If your weight is on your uphill ski and you lose an edge, you will fall. Whatever the conditions, practice side slipping regularly and use it as a warm-up exercise to familiarize yourself with the snow conditions.
Ideally, you want to be able to steer forwards and backwards whilst you're side slipping as well. Now, if your skis are at 90 degrees to the direction that gravity is pulling you and you release the edges, you should slip straight down the hill. But if you point the tips of your skis slightly diagonally up, then you can side skid backwards. Or if you point the tips of your skis slightly diagonally down the hill, you can side skid forwards. So practice falling leaf side slipping, steering forwards and backwards whilst you're skidding. Being able to do this will give you excellent control of your speed and your line, and is going to be a very useful skill to navigate difficult icy slopes.
Second tip is to adapt your speed. Just like you would when driving in slippy conditions, slow down when skiing in icy conditions. Remember that you are on a public piste and that you can hurt other people as well as yourself. Slowing and stopping distances will be much greater, so don't let your speed get away from you.
Tip number 3 is to understand your equipment. Now, skis with blunt edges are obviously going to make it harder to have control in icy conditions. Similarly, skis with low levels of stiffness are going to be less capable in firm conditions. So stiffness on this plane, but also torsional stiffness. Now, skis that are flexible will bend and twist under icy conditions, and even if the edges are extremely sharp, it will feel like you cannot grip the snow anyway. So make sure you understand your equipment. If you have blunt edges or flexible skis, then proceed slowly. If you have stiffer, heavier skis with sharper edges, then you will have more control in icy conditions.
Tip number 4.
Don't forget our 2 golden rules of intermediate skiing that we discussed earlier in this course. Make sure you are balanced over the outer downhill ski, and make sure that you are not leaning back. Leaning back onto the tails of your skis is going to be a bit like trying to drive a car whilst you're sat in the back seat. It's going to be a lot harder. Similarly, leaning on the inside ski is going to make your outer ski slip away from you. So make sure you tick the 2 golden rules of intermediate skiing that we discussed earlier in the course. You're balanced over the downhill ski and you're balanced over the middle of your skis. Now, tip number 5 is to go with it. When you hit firm and icy patches, slamming the brakes on is often not the best way to go. Doing so will lead the edges to skid away from you, and you will then fall on the inside. I've had plenty of bruised hips from doing this in the past. Sometimes you're better to accept that you cannot grip the snow by edging more aggressively, and you're better off going with the side slip and doing a controlled skid until you find somewhere better to do your turn. When you've got icy and firm patches, it is where skiers and snowboarders have scraped the snow away. That snow has then been piled up into softer, more friendly piles, which typically are at the sides of the piste. So go with it, do a controlled side slip, stay above your skis when you're on those firmer patches, and look ahead for softer patches of snow where it'll be easier for you to slow down, to stop, and to turn. So there are my 5 tips for dealing with firm snow and icy conditions. Having control and confidence in these scenarios is an achievable goal to lower level and intermediate skiers. So I hope this video has helped you to understand the ways that you can deal with these conditions and will help you to maximize your enjoyment and avoid injury during your ski trip. Now, skiing and snowboarding in firm conditions can be dangerous, so of course I do recommend taking out an on-snow instructor to help you. And as you progress to advanced and more expert levels of skiing, you may find different methods for dealing with these conditions, but we'll leave those for another video on another day. So if you have any questions or ideas, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, take it easy, have fun, and enjoy the view.